Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserreich. We're playing as the Russian Socialist Federative Republic. The SRs are in charge, but it could be better. Things could be better. Things are not necessarily ideal. Currently, faith is 26. We're gonna try to build Siberian timber industries. Currently we're facing a general strike, which, hey, that's not great. That's bad. That's not good. It's not a good situation to find ourselves in. Whoa, this situation is also not good. Ooh. Anyways, I am not quite sure what our plan is going to be in America. Maybe something like that. We'll see what we can do. Anyways. The anarchists, yeah, we're holding on here. And the commune, we're holding on. In Indochina, we're literally, falling asleep. I don't need Vatutin. I can just send in... Alright, Andre. You can hold that line, my boy. I believe in you. Right, we're gonna try to cross this river. Maybe cross, into... If we cross the river, that's good. We almost have 75. I believe in us. I believe in us. I believe in us. I believe in us. I believe we can do it. Okay. Predictable result. Hungary has collapsed. Siberian timber industries. That's actually, pretty good in terms of giving us juice. Pulverized coal-firing boilers. We'll need this at some point. Hey. This is one of those, I feel like things are falling apart type Let's Plays. Where, one feels like things are falling apart. Anyways. Okay. Unrest of the Amur Ussuri Cossacks. Atman Georgy Semyonov left Russia for Harbin in 1922 rather than answer for the crimes of his warlord regime during the Civil War. Zely is regarded by a folk hero of many Cossacks to the east, particularly bitter former Transbaikal or Ussuri Cossacks who were resettled into the Amur host after the Civil War. Unlike Cossacks of the west, the ones in Amur are hardly elite, being nothing but middle-class peasantry of the unforgiving border regions. These Cossacks have quickly become a major opposition force to the socialist local administrations, refusing to comply with authorities, and stubbornly acting if their now abolished hosts still existed. All this is merely protesting for now. They have absolutely zero love for our dream of a socialist Russia. They'll learn in time. Dispatch additional loyalist troops to the border. I know not to fool around with that particular situation. Okay. We need to try and crack the line. I think that cracking the line at Amratori is probably what I want. So you should probably launch an attack here. Anyways, Anarchist Spain. We're going to try to capture Zaragoza. Actually, we have light tanks, so it's probably good for us to do something like this. Pull a little sneaky on you. The sneaky is being unsuccessful. Sneaky is not working. Sneaky is failing. The sneaky has failed. Alright. Either way. Uh-oh, they're moving to capture Barcelona. Bam. Alright. That seems bad. The situation is not good. We're kind of... Our line is, rotating such that we control the south and they control the north. How are these guys doing? Their fervor's probably really good. Our fervor's probably not as good. Ugh. Yeah, it's a loss of that, quote, core territory that is hosing us quite badly. Okay. A conspiracy to destroy Germany. A clandestine meeting took place in Moscow in the secure underground part of the War Ministry. The military delegation was to meet the Russian political and military leadership personally, as the matter was too secretive to risk the possibility of interception. It was under the leadership of General Georges Cantrot, with Charles Dessalines as his deputy and Edmund Ironside leading the representation of the British military. They were received by Maria Spiridonova and the Russian chief of the army, Yuri Sablin, with his closest associates. The purpose of the meeting was bold: to draft a coordinated plan that would destroy the German Empire between the hammer of France and the anvil of Russia. While in practice, two separate fronts would not be able to cooperate much, decisions were made in encrypted channels for intel cooperation and plans for maintaining the Arctic maritime connection during the war. Some points of contention arose when strategic priorities were discussed. For the Western delegation, the highest eastern priority was placed on Baku and other German oil reserves, while Russians argued the Baltics and Ukraine were more important directions. The actual strategy was left somewhat open, but all militaries agreed on permanent military attaches in each high command to smoothen for future cooperation. The Entente Cordiale is back, but red this time. France will only start their war after us, so we should probably do that, once we have the chance. It's better to start war sooner, not later. So we need 70. It's after August the 1st, 1940. And we need to be, yeah, alright. So we want to increase world tension. That's good. Good. This is good. Alright, there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of things are happening. Anyways. Okay, this is just turning into a complete disaster. We're gonna have to withdraw in disarray to, like, Chirel. You're gonna stop doing that. Hurry up and withdraw in disarray. Thank you. Red Star Shining! Alright. We maybe need to do a Bolshevik trial. Arena, Kata, whatever. Hold on. What do we need to do to pass this, like, test? Faith above 40. Focus Siberian Development Program. Is that somewhere? That's in the... Right. Okay. We probably should modernize... that adds time to Siberian direction. Okay, we should do that. Modernize the Trans-Siberian Railway from Moscow to Vladivostok. The Trans-Siberian Railway is lifeblood of the Russian economy. Its importance cannot be understated, as the victory of the Whites in the Civil War could not have been accomplished without it. Updating its rail lines will keep our economy afloat. There's so much stuff to do. Oh, there's so much stuff to do. Germany defends East Asia. Did they? Oh. The last bastion of peace or the final holdout of imperialism? Right. Germany East Asia is doing the thing. Like, there's like a mini game to control stuff, and that, it is what it is. Alright. Barataya, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to try to crack the line here down south. And blast through past the Japanese. Alright, this is just going disastrously badly. Why are you here? Fall back. Thank you. Go there. Like, why are you there? Probably because I told them to go there. Okay, with the Americans, I need to do... Oh, yeah, I should probably send more guys. I can send additional 3 volunteers. I'm out of tanks, so... I guess I'll send... some of these guys? Sure. That was weird, but whatever. Hey. So, like, what are we doing here? I feel like this is good. Like, we want this. This is good. Do we really want to try to push west? That seems stupid. Like, it just doesn't seem too bright. Maybe we try to push into the American People's Government. Like, maybe that's the sauce. Alright. Okay. Our tank divisions need to go do something useful. What is that? Mute. Pause, pause, pause. I don't really want to lose stability. I would love to mash button. We probably want railway nationalization? Or... yeah, we probably want railway nationalization. That should be our next thing we spend political power on. Hey, vey. Okay. What are we even doing now? Go here. I mean, the upside about this is, like... I don't know. Let's try to do a slice towards Bismarck. I think that there's a chance that that actually, like, works. Yeah, the supply situation is bad. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I need 50. We don't need to hold Pierre. It's actually not that important. We're going to try to slam into Bismarck, and hopefully that creates real supply issues for our enemies. But we need the space to maneuver. Anyways, how are things going in Barataya? We have knocked the enemy back. Hey, they. Ah. Okay. I think more party popularity is worth it. The Krasnaya Gorka case. Defendant Yosif Vissarionovich Stalin. Charge 55 cases of murder. Ah, Joe. 2 decades ago, the men of Forts Krasnaya Gorka and Saraya Loshad revolted against the tyranny of the Bolsheviks. They were under orders of Poruchik N.M. Nelkilov, a socialist revolutionary like his men. The city was starving, and the socialist revolutionaries were being hunted by the commander of the city's defense, I.V. Stalin. Socialist revolutionaries revolted against the tyrant. They fought for 4 brave days till the Bolsheviks stormed the forts and massacred the defender. Commissar N.M. Razin, under orders from Stalin, shot 55 men. More disappeared. The prosecutor ran through the course of events, introducing witness after witness. Comrade Razin was the chief witness, proving that it had been Stalin who gave the order to execute the soldiers with no trial, or even accusations. Comrade Stalin was oddly calm and did not deny having given the order. His defense was clear. It had been a war, and the men under him had turned traitors. According to laws passed by the Council of People's Ministers, his actions had been legal. The prosecution focused on recently passed law of justice against white terror, which they used to justify Stalin's execution of socialist revolutionaries as white terror, to some controversy from the observers. However, given Stalin's contribution to the cause of the workers, the prosecution was willing to reduce his punishment to 10 years hard labor to wash away his crimes. It would be a shame if something happened to him. Off to Siberia with them. He is right, though. You know, I'll see you in 10 years, bud. see you later. I need the party popularity. Listen, you understand. You understand how it is. You understand, Joe. Alright, we're gonna try cracking through Zaragoza. Actually, this is going okay. I'm gonna try to turn this into a big scary pile. Oh no, choices. I hate those. Get Naval Dockyard. This is pretty cool. I kind of like that that's a choice, as weird as it is. Ay. Gain army experience when it's assigned as a manufacturer. Yeah, this is the same thing. Anti-aircraft, soft attack defense, anti-aircraft, air attack, anti-aircraft, hard attack piercing. So, for towed anti-aircraft, I probably want soft attack defense. That seems good. Like, that seems like the answer. Soft attack seems to be kind of king. Okay. Still 37. We're going to get Rangers, you know? It's them Rangers, don't you know? Alright. How are things going here? They're going okay. More divisions have arrived. How goes our plan? Badly. Alright, we should do something else. We should go to St. Louis. St. Louis. Meet me at the fair. Oh, no. The doctrine of integral socialism. The Talk of the Town today is a short publication by Maximalist leader Alexei Ustinov, titled A Critique of Modern Russian Socialism. The book provides some deep insights into the Maximist ideology, something not often understood by the rest of the Workers' Coalition. Taking a page out of Lenin's works, Ustinov argues that because of the fact that the peasants comprise a large plurality of the Russian population, it is not solely the proletariat who can raise revolutionary consciousness, but the poor peasants as well. Together they constitute one working class, which will be able to successfully lead Russia to socialism in the future. Though Lenin had the right idea, he writes, the Bolshevik movement collapsed because they betrayed the poor peasantry. As for the current Workers' Coalition, which Ustinov extensively covers, there is no shortage of criticism towards it either. The interests of the PSR and that of the VST are intrinsically opposed. In the future, as partisanship and infighting will certainly increase, the coalition will naturally pull itself apart, and the workers and peasants, Russia, will collapse under its own weight. Thus, the unity of the workers and peasants will be destroyed by the very coalition that sought to protect it. While both parties would be responsible for such an outcome, the brunt of the responsibility would certainly be on the VST. Many in the VST, particularly the Mensheviks, talk of a paternalistic labor aristocracy in which intelligentsia would lead the working class to socialism. Such an idea, Ustinov writes, is a vision similar to what ultimately brought the Bolsheviks down. In conclusion, Ustinov proposes how this inevitable outcome could be overcome without the inherently corrupting influence of unions and parties. Workers' self-organization will in time provide for a communist future. Lofty claims. I cannot say I'm super convinced. No political parties is, you know, bold. Well, they declared war in Puerto Rico. Who cares? Fall of Barcelona, so falls the heart of old Catalonia. How are things going? Not well. Alright, we have taken Zaragoza. I think we were taking it. I don't remember, though. Alright. I think we can crack through here, maybe. I believe. Fun. The Russian anarcho-syndicalism. Pyotr Kropotkin's homeland has always been a haven for anarchists of many kind. Anarcho-syndicalists, such as, oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce that, Vsevolod Volin and Grigory Maximov, are counted among the most influential post-revolutionary Russian syndicalists, and Volin's theory of synthesis anarchism greatly influenced the All-Russian Union of Labor, and Levitsky's theory of communist synthesis. Volin was unfortunately murdered by the Svobodnik death squad in 1933, but his memory lives on. There are anarcho-syndicalists in both the VST and the PSR, largely differentiated by the nature of their work. More urban workers tend to support the VST, while more rural unions, such as forestry or railwaymen, are among the most loyal SRs. Russian anarcho-syndicalists have always been the greatest supporters of free labor union and the free organization of society through them, and this has only strengthened a successful example of Western revolutions. The role of labor unions in Russia is seen as being the economic organizers of Soviets, responsible for Trudeau plans. Regional plans agreed by relevant unions of the region to cooperate and direct economic life for the betterment of society. This is seen as a healthy check against government power, as much economic life has been regulated by these unions rather than the state. In fact, it was the syndicalists in Russia who opposed any idea of a labor chamber in Congress, as they did not wish to see the unions become mere replacements of state bureaucracy, but an independent and powerful societal force. Truly, Russians can improve any ideology. The increased popularity of syndicalism, which, like, okay, is what it is. We're still getting fought here? Come on. At least we're winning. Indochina, where nothing ever happens. All right, you guys are gonna leave now. And we're gonna come down to St. Louis, and you're gonna meet me at the fair. Oh, Fall of Burgos. Gaming? Can the Carlos Hope come back from this? Are we gaming? We're gaming right now? We're literally gaming? Alright, we are gonna try to crack through at Zaragoza. Except, haha, no we're not. Oh, I needed to have been up there. That sucks. Alright, how are things going at the fair? Where are the other guys? Move. Go to the place I told you to go. Go to St. Louis. Meet me at the fair. I told you. Anyways. I would love to not have to press a bad button to default in the German debt. Modernize the Trans-Siberian Railroad. We need to do stuff. We should probably get going on, like, doing something good. Ghost. Academy of the Black Epaulets. Is that good? Military Marxism. More political power gain. I should have gotten this a while ago. I guess more, yikes. That's really good. Russia does not need to win the war. We only need to not lose. Oh, bro. All right, let's go. Let's see. I would love a great Bolshevik trial. I would also love the Eastern Vanguard. I think it's time for the Eastern Vanguard. Revolutionary Russia immediately became, no, we need more political power so bad. Our army cannot be like any other. It needs to be the grounded in deep, fervent ideological belief and understanding. Marxism can be applied to ideological society, to understand societies and cause change in them. Similarly, one can view warfare through war between classes. And in the end, it is the producing, fighting classes that will triumph. Or will they? I'll see you in the next episode where we won't find out. But we will play more Hearts of Iron. Goodbye!